I'm having a whining stream tonight. This has nothing to do with Scientology. Um, I just feel like I want to get some personal stuff out uh, and recorded, and yeah, because I'm tired of the BS, as my title says. Um, and I'll probably private it afterwards, but I just feel like better out than in, frankly. Um, so I think I'm just gonna do this in small steps, um, like one event at a time. Um, so, but I guess I need to give a bit of a preview of why I'm here in the first place. So it's related to a family member who I've been estranged with for about 3 years. They were originally extremely close to me, probably the closest person to me in my life, besides being family. And they also called me their best friend. This person has betrayed me a while ago, and it was only in recent years that I sort of really recognized what that relationship was, and that it was me that was there to support them all the time, and I intrinsically on my own didn't them. So that really doesn't make sense. Yeah, as I say, this is a big story, so I only say a little bit at a time, but their partner is kind of an aggressive, controlling person, alcoholic, and has been abusive at times. Um, and she's consistently chosen him over her own children um and myself, obviously. Now it's come to that point. um so recently she had a diagnosis, and then now I'm getting pressure from other people. Oh, you need to contact her and show, and be and support her. And now she's crying because she doesn't have my support, because all she did for all my life was dump all her shit on me, rather than seeking external help or dealing with the issue itself, like the husband problems. She was never willing to make any changes or seek help, but she would just dump all her shit on me. And, uh, you know, decades and decades of that. It's exhausting. And so when I laugh, it's very hurtful, this whole situation. So it's not a funny situation, but I'm just laughing at the ridiculousness of it, and because what else are you going to do? So then, yeah, so recently I've been pressured to be like, "Oh, she needs your support." And I'm like, okay, but I've been estranged with her for 3 years because she wouldn't apologize, and all of the hurtful things she's done to me. Um, but uh, now, now she wants my support, but she, like, she's made her choices. She's still made her choices. And she's still making her choices. Um, nothing's changed. Um, yeah, so, and then I was told, oh, but the kids, then they're gonna see that you didn't contact her, and I'm like, well, how is that my fault? Like, she's the one that's chosen to do the things that she's done, and her husband's chosen to do the things that he's done, and they've chosen to not apologize, and not put me and my family first. So, yeah. Um, and so to, that they don't know everything that's happened. Like, no one knows really everything that's happened. Only I do. Um, so I guess if the question is, how could you not support her, blah, 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 it's like, yeah, ask yourself, what could be the reason that she's no longer in my life, regardless of whether she has an illness or not? Like that there must be a very, very, very good reason for that. Um, so um, I did have about a week ago another family member contacted me, and usually they're all like, "Oh, family's important, doesn't matter, let go of everything." I'm like, "Why are you telling me? Like, tell her that family's important." Um, but then she so I'm hearing this all the time, and it's not true, you know. Um just because you're born into a family, that it doesn't make them the most important people in your life. It's still extremely hurtful to me, obviously, but it's actually not true. If someone's outwardly being abusive and hurtful and whatever, and there's no remorse and there's no change in behavior, it's actually not good to have them in your life. Um, but a lot of people don't understand that. So yeah, so I've never really had the support on my side, even though they're the ones doing the nasty things. So anyway, so I had this family member contact me about a week ago, and I actually mentioned just, maybe three things out of the decades of things that have happened, and she was shut up. Like, normally she's like, "No, you have to forget about that. You have to forgive. Families first, blah, blah, blah." Like, yelling at me, and I'm just like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And, and this time, she didn't say a word. She actually said, "Talk about stuff." Like, tell me stuff, rather than, like, basically saying, I didn't know these things, and, now I know. Now it makes the situation different." And I'm like, Well, yeah, I know. I've been saying for decades." Um, anyway, so yeah, and then she actually said to me later, she said, "I won't talk to you about her anymore." And I'm like, "Well, that's a big change from yelling at me and telling me I have to forgive and forget." Hey, Marth, how you doing? I'm sorry, I'll probably private this later. I just doing a personal vlog, of some personal stuff that's happened that I'm tired of it, and decided that I'm just gonna get it out on record. So yeah, I apologize. It's just a whinge session. Um, yes, as I said, I probably just do these little vlogs saying one thing at a time because it's decades of stuff. Um, so the first thing, oh yeah, on top of that, supposedly not supporting while she has an illness, it's like I've also been through some personal health issues, um, which I've had no support um, from her, because we've been estranged, and and sorry, I've just gone blank, and the difference is she was probably a major cause of that health issue for me, whereas I'm not for her. So there's that. So let's go way back. First instance. I was a child. I think my family had gone away or something for the weekend or whatever, so she was um, kind of like babysitting me for the weekend or something like that. Um, and she had her now husband. So I went along to a dinner with them, and um, as I said, he's an alcoholic and he used to drive. He doesn't anymore when drinking. Um, and then we drove home from that dinner. And I didn't realize because I was a kid, right? But now I think about like a lot of these things is you think back to, oh, that thing happened when I was a kid, or that thing happened when I was young, or even things that happened in my adulthood. But because things have always been how they've been, you don't necessarily see it because me and her were always extremely close, as I said. So, hey, Jojo, I'm having a whinge. I'm getting it out on record. um, yeah, so me and her were always super close. Anyway, so you don't know. But now that I'm look back on it, I'm like, oh, he would have been drinking. So why? So he shouldn't have been driving at all. So we were driving home and I'm in the back seat and there was this long windy road. It's late at not windy, it was like really long straight road that we had to get through that was probably just like 20, 30 minutes of just one straight road in the dark late at night. So um he was speeding so much that it was scary. Like I was scared sitting in the back seat. And um and now I realize it's not just the speeding, but he probably would have been drunk as well. So she's allowed me to go into a car as a child with this drunk person who's speeding like a lot to the point where you feel fear. And um and she just says quietly, oh, slow down. And I know she would have said it in a calm way as to not aggravate the situation, but you could then later, after the situation has happened and you're now safe, you could talk to that person and go, that was not okay. And basically, why go and marry the person afterwards? Like, instead of dealing with this situation that wasn't okay. So you put someone, your family member's life in danger, and then you go marry them and have your own kids with them. Like, what what would make you think that your own kids would be safe? So that's story one. There's a lot more. Yeah. As I said, guys, I might as well read the chat while I'm here. You're glad I'm saying stuff? Yeah, I was gonna say I'll probably private this, but I feel like I need to get it out. I was gonna do it as a video, but I couldn't get it to work. Like, I don't want to be on camera and all that. Marth says, my mum used to let me in the car drunk with my dad. Yeah, and so the second part of this story is when the kids were young, he was still drinking and driving. And that's another thing that I didn't realize till later. So I remember Jojo says, I've been through a scary situation like that, drink driving my ex. That's not good. Yeah, your dad was drunk driving. Yeah, I get that, Mark. Yeah, so then later years, they have kids, and I remember there was like a family wedding away somewhere. So I was there, and then they arrived because they had driven. Um, and then when we arrived there, we're all of the families, and everyone's having a good time. Everyone's in a great mood. Someone's about to get married. And then she pulls me away to a quiet room with just me and her, and she's like, "Oh, he got pulled over for drunk driving. He's going to lose his license in, a month or two, whatever it was. So now he's not going to be able to drive." And she's there with babies, and she's like, you know, and I'm like, "Oh, that's the first time that I heard that he was drinking and driving. Like, he was always a drinker, but I didn't know the goings on of it on a day by day." And so so now I'm realizing, oh, well, every time he was driving, he would have the kids in the car. So like that just like did that not bother you? Like that he had your kids in the car? He doesn't do that anymore. He's still an alcoholic, but he won't drive. He makes her drive. Um, so yeah, so that stopped after he lost his license, but it was happening before that, and I'm like, hmm. So yeah, that's story one. There's lots of stories. Um, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for listening to my whine. Yeah, as I said, I'm just tired of people not knowing the truth, and if the kids are gonna turn on me for not being there to support her for while she's unwell, well, here's some stories of the real situation. Thanks, guys. Love you, mate. Love you too, Jojo. Catch you later. Have a good night, day, morning, whatever, everyone. It's evening here. Bye.